Okay, we're recording via my phone. Again, I win every time. Okay. Sorry, guys. Thank you for your patience. Well, hello, everyone. My name is April, and I'm so excited to be sharing with you tonight. And thank you so much for joining us for this One Simple Change event. This has made such a huge and meaningful result in my health, and I'm really excited to be sharing with you tonight. I didn't always have thriving health, but I do today, and I'm so excited to share with you why. This information truly has changed my life and so many of my loved ones. So healthy living used to be simple. It wasn't the latest superfood or new diet craze. Healthy was fresh fruits and vegetables from grandma's garden, probably. And kids used to play outside until it was dark. I even drank water from the water hose, like I didn't even go inside. And at the end of the day, you know, we're all tired and fell asleep fine. We don't have sleep issues. Today, it looks very different. Family dinners are replaced with fast food. Neighborhood games outside are replaced by video games online and smartphone socializing. Sugary sodas and desserts used to be a party food, and now it's an everyday treat. People turn to energy drinks because they just don't have energy to get through their day. Very different from about even 10 years ago, I would say. So how many of you are taking care of yourselves? And this is an important thing to, to be asking ourselves. First of all, are you getting enough real food? Are you eating things from a box primarily? Are you exercising? Exercising most days is super important. Find something that you love and just do that. Don't get, overcomplicated with it. Just get your body moving. That's one of the most important ways for our bodies to detox. And then, are you getting enough water? You should strive for drinking about half your body weight in ounces, and half your body weight in pounds, in ounces of water per day. And are you getting enough sleep and reducing stress? Your body needs, does all kinds of things when you're sleeping. It detoxifies, repairs, and your hormones reset overnight, ideally. So society today is sleep deprived. We almost wear it like a badge of honor. And, proper sleep is one of the main things needed to be healthy as well. So I love focusing on these core four and keeping it simple. Unfortunately, there are two startling trends in our world. The first is environmental toxins. They're increasing. They're everywhere. It's almost unavoidable in our homes, big farm, in the ocean, in our air, all kinds of different areas that we're getting exposed to these pollutants every single day. And then unfortunately, the quality of our food is decreasing. This is another source of a lot of toxins in our that we are introducing into our body. And it really is creating this perfect storm. So increasing environmental toxins and decreased quality of food is creating this perfect storm, like I said, in our body called oxidative stress. But there are other causes of oxidative stress as well: smoking, exercise, stress, medications, flying in an airplane even, and even pregnancy. It's important to understand because oxidation causes aging and disease. Wrinkles are an example of oxidative stress happening in our skin cells. Another illustration of oxidative stress is the apple here. If you cut an apple in half and you leave it out, what happens? It gets brown, it starts to age. So if you squeeze lemon juice or an antioxidant on it, it slows down that aging process. It's so much like that in our bodies as well. Okay, so just like the lemon helps to lessen oxidative stress in the apple, antioxidants from fruits and vegetables help neutralize harmful oxidative stress in our bodies, and it's the best shield that can protect us. So it's interesting that Time magazine says the news isn't that fruits and vegetables are good for you. It's that they're so good for you they could save your life. We need to be eating 7 to 13 servings of fruits and vegetables every day. I've actually heard 9 to 13 servings. We can argue on what it's just confusing, right? And almost no one does, and certainly not the variety and the consistency that we need. Most people know they are not eating enough fruits and vegetables every day, and so 70% of Americans are turning to vitamin supplements. But let's talk about the difference between vitamins and whole food. A vitamin has 30 to 50 isolated nutrients in it. We've only learned to identify and isolate about 13 vitamins, and then maybe you put some minerals and handfuls of herbs. You're getting about 35 to 50 ingredients in a multivitamin, whereas an apple has 10,000 nutrients in it. This is 400 of the known ingredients in an apple. It would actually take about 26 pages to list everything, known and unknown. And each fruit and vegetable has a different array of these amazing nutrients that work together to protect our bodies. There's no comparison. Vitamins barely scratch the surface as far as potential for effectiveness. And the science is telling us over and over to get our nutrients from whole food instead of isolated nutrients. And that isolated nutrients may be doing more harm than good, even if they're food-based. Okay, so it's important to eat as many fruits and vegetables as we can daily, even beyond the minimum recommendation. Maybe you're someone who does eat a lot of fruits and vegetables, and that's great, but it's important to know, oops, I need to change my slide here. But it's important to know that our fruits and vegetables today are picked too early, transported thousands of miles, and so they are not nutritionally dense. So that's why we need at least the 7 to 13 servings. But I'm going to say if you're eating that much and you're still struggling, you need more. A serving size is the size of your fist, and actually, you know, it's important to understand that athletes may need as much as 16 to 18 servings per day. That's a lot. So I am so grateful that we learned about one simple change to get more fruits and vegetables in every day, and it's called Juice Plus. Juice Plus is a way to add 30 raw vine-ripened fruits and vegetables into your diet. Vine ripening is so important because over half the nutrients developed in the last 2 to 3 days in the ripening process. This is not something we can get in the grocery store. And after that Juice Plus produce is picked, they are juiced and dried and put into capsule or chewable form. They even juice the peels, leaves, and seeds whenever nutritionally beneficial. You know, things like orange peels. I'm not eating orange peels every day, but they're super beneficial. And it's like getting the rainbow, a huge variety of fresh produce every day. It's not a substitute for the real thing, but it does help us bridge the gap. And I don't know, hopefully you can see me. Let me see if I can pull myself up here again. This is an awesome little illustration. This is one of our bottles. It has a nutrition facts label. Hopefully you can see that. And it doesn't have a childproof cap. It's just a little flip top lid. This is food. This is a nutrition label, and that gives me huge peace of mind. And I want to kind of share my story with you and why I'm here. So 13 years ago, I was a very worried first-time mom. My son was a very colicky baby. He had a lot of eczema issues and developed into some food allergies. And when he was just over 1, I was worried that he was on the spectrum. He wasn't making a lot of eye contact. He was a super picky eater. And he started being kind of sensory seeking. So I flew him to a specialist. I was one of those moms. I Googled a premier specialist. She had her MD, her naturopathic degree, and her doctorate in physical chemistry. And I was really impressed with this specialist, and she was the one that introduced Juice Plus to us. She said, you know, for whatever reason, kids on the spectrum tend to have an overwhelmingly large amount of oxidative stress. Their bodies don't detox the way ours do. And this is an incredible product that not only reduces oxidative stress by 75%, but there's a ton of other studies of what all the benefits that it does. And you know, I thought we were eating pretty well. We ate primarily organically and primarily whole foods, but I knew we were struggling. And so it made sense to me to flood his body with nutrition instead of medication. And we started right away. And I actually started taking it to wanting to kind of experience what my son was experiencing. And it was profound. Within a few months, he started making eye contact. He started reaching for foods he never would have touched in a million years, like a tomato. He wouldn't even have touched it for the texture, let alone put it in his mouth, and he ate a whole tomato. Today, he is a bright, funny 14-year-old that you would never know he's on the spectrum. He may have a little sensory processing, but really, I kind of almost want to get him retested because I think he's just a pretty darn normal kid, and I can't imagine what our picture would have been like if we hadn't learned about Juice Plus. And I want to say, too, my story is pretty interesting. As a mom, you kind of put yourself on the back burner, and I was on 2 medications for migraines. I had cystic acne, and I was definitely overweight and struggling. And so for me, within a few months, all of those things rectified as well. And it's been such a gift that I have been migraine free now for 13 years. So just those things alone, I could share lots of other stories about the rest of my family. But I will forever share Juice Plus with anyone because this has been so life-changing for us. Okay. And then let's take a second. If you're just joining us, let me know if you don't know how to mute. Go ahead and mute your bottom left of your phone or your computer. Okay, let's take a second to talk about the Juice Plus shakes. They are so amazing. There's chocolate and vanilla. They're vegan and gluten-free. They're a whole food protein. They have they have tons of fiber, all of the amino acids that are essential, and another profile of fruits and vegetables. And I'll get into the number of all the different. So basically with the shakes and the capsules, you'd be getting over 45 plants in your diet every single day. And that's a huge difference between what the average is right now. The average American's getting about 2.5 servings of fruits and vegetables a day. So very easy way to bridge that gap. So the Complete is a great, for any sort of meal replacement, post-work, I should say, you can substitute it for a meal. It doesn't have isolated vitamins that, make it legally a meal replacement, but it can be a pre or post-workout drink, a mid-afternoon snack. It also comes in snack bars, which is awesome. It has micronutrition and has a beautiful complement to those. It has macronutrition, which is a beautiful complement to micronutrition of the chewables and the capsules. So the macronutrients are like the gas in your car, and the micronutrients are like the oil. You have to have both. Actually, here's my daughter here interrupting me. Come here. This one will make a complete shake for herself. And I noticed her focus ability when she would go out the door with this for breakfast instead of like cereal was so much better. I would volunteer in her class and I would see her making it well into lunch without, kind of hitting that blood sugar low that she would get if it was the oatmeal for breakfast. Go ask Nanya. Okay. But go ahead. Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry about that. Okay. We get to work from home and it's fun. So it's been really a gift, not only just for, it's not just an adult thing. It's great for kids. I love that Juice Plus products are safe, cradle to grave, babies to, elderly. And again, like I said, when you are getting the capsules and the complete shake, you're getting over 45 plants in your diet. Look at this array and just imagine what that's doing for you on a cellular level every single day. Okay. So there are a lot of nutritional products out there, and Juice Plus is unique in 3 ways. First, it's a food. It's not a vitamin. Like I said, I showed you that food label. It's basically the same as you would get on a bag of broccoli or frozen spinach in the grocery store, and the government considers this foods so it's not taxed in states that don't tax food. Also, there's NSF certification, and that is super important because it's this third-party company that certifies it to be pure of things like pesticides, herbicides, mold, bacteria, stimulants, and more. Juice Plus is safe for people of all ages, like I said, pregnant and nursing moms even, and professional athletes. It's certified for sports, so even Olympic athletes can take Juice Plus. And then Juice Plus is the most thoroughly researched nutritional product in the world, bar none. Juice Plus is set apart from other nutritional products because of this original clinical research. It's not just saying, oh, juice, vitamin C is clinically proven to do this, and our product has vitamin C. No, they look at Juice Plus research. It's really literally done in people's bodies. They consume Juice Plus. It's compared to a placebo. They're randomized, peer-reviewed, and double-blind. This is the gold standard of research. And it's like I said, peer-reviewed and published in prestigious medical journals. And I've heard, about MD Anderson. A lot of people have heard about MD Anderson. It's such a credible hospital, and they've actually looked at this in cancer patients. That is absolutely incredible. And the list goes on. If you have more questions about that, whoever's invited you tonight can give you the links to the clinical research on our websites. It's very exciting. And, it's really neat to see, again, the power of plants and what it does in the body. These are some of the results from Juice Plus. Not only does it, improve cardiovascular wellness, but it supports the immune system, gum health, reduces oxidative stress, reduces inflammation, protects DNA, healthier skin. They've actually looked at it in insulin resistance, obesity, quality of life, and lung health. And there's a lot of different studies coming up and new and upcoming, even a microbiome study. I'm a huge gut nerd. And so they're looking at it for gut health. They're also looking at it for brain health. So this is really exciting. And then Juice Plus is free. Children can receive Juice Plus for free for up to 4 years. They must be between the ages of 4 and all the way through college age. If mom or dad buys Juice Plus, he or she can sponsor a child to receive it for free. Dad or another adult can also sponsor a child. You don't actually have to be related. You just have to be able to get that free product to the child. The adults are asked to fill out a quick survey, and then Juice Plus through this children's health study. And there are actually almost 1 million participants at this point. It's actually the largest longitudinal study of its kind. I love that. One of my favorites is that actually 61% of these kids are craving more fruits and vegetables. That's awesome. And I definitely saw that in my son. And then one last product I'd love to talk to you about tonight is the Juice Plus Omega. 10 years ago, the Juice Plus company set out to survey existing customers, what they were taking in addition to their Juice Plus. And overwhelmingly, the answer was omegas. So the company found a way to create an all plant-based omega of incredible omegas, including 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. They cut out the middle fish, so to speak, and went straight for the algae that is the primary source of omega-3s, and that's where the fish get it from in the first place. And the Juice Plus Omega blend is the first to use cold fusion technology, so the oils won't be exposed to heat at all. And that's one of the problems with fish oil supplements, that they're exposed to heat and you're getting rancid oils. Okay, and then next, the Juice Plus product is the most proven and simplest change that you can make. And people are experiencing amazing benefits by just taking Juice Plus. So that's a simple solution. But if you're also looking to just really reset your lifestyle, we have this incredible program that has guidelines that's just kind of like an easy start for, we do a 10-day jump start in essence. It's about shredding certain habits for 10 days, adopting new, healthier habits, and the participants receive this free guidebook and this awesome cookbook. So let us know if you want to be part of the Shred 10 movement. It's actually really fun. We as a company shred every month at the beginning of the month together. Okay, so maintaining weight is important. I love this slide. This was me. I had this kind of yo-yo diet thing going on in my early 20s. I was exhausted and I just was fighting pounds all the time. And this was mind-blowing for me. The biggest issue with having excess weight is that our bodies, when they're toxic, fat is what protects our vital organs from those toxins. So if we have too many toxins, we are going to hold on to that fat. And actually the sickest person on this slide here is this person, this what we call skinny fat person, who has a lot of toxins, isn't outwardly obese, but now those toxins are affecting their vital organs. Maybe they have some autoimmune issues, or they're susceptible more to cancer or things like that. So when I learned to start, just shedding toxins through eating enough plants, the weight started falling off of me. And with my next 2 pregnancies, I didn't gain the excess weight that I did with my son. And I really lived this slide right here. And if you want more information on this really neat process of detox, we have a great Shred 10 presentation done by a biochemist. Okay. And then growing your own food, I love that. So maybe you're a purist and you grow everything, cook everything from scratch, but do you grow everything? I love the Tower Garden. I'm a recovering black thumb. I actually can grow these quite well. And I love that the Tower Garden is, you're getting 30% more produce in less time. There's no soil, no digging or weeding. It's ionic earth minerals and water. Use 90% less water, 90% less space than traditional gardening. And so that's our whole myriad of products. I mean, really, whatever product fits for you, we just invite you to kind of, pick a simple solution if it's something that you're looking for. But for a second, I want to take a moment and introduce my friend Wendy and Molly, and they're both going to share their product stories with us tonight. Wendy,
hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi. Thanks for having us, April. I will start and share my story. About 3 years ago, I was sick. I was tired. I was really struggling with my health. And my friend introduced me to a way to flood my body with fruits and vegetables every day. And at first I was very skeptical. I was not having any of it. I did not think that it would have any effect on my health, but she was a good friend, and I, wanted to make her be quiet and leave me. So I decided to try it and see what happened. And at the time, I was struggling with cystic acne. I was about to go on Accutane. I was having sinus infections, chronic sinus infections. I worked in the public, so I was exposed to all of these different germs, and I was coming down with everything all the time. And so about 2 months into it, I realized I could cancel the Accutane treatment I was about to have, because my skin just cleared up. It cleared from underneath. The inflammation went down, and my skin just, I haven't had a breakout since. And also the sinus infections, I stopped getting sick all the time. I was so much healthier. And what was awesome is my son, who was 3 years old at the time, also, I put him on the chewables, and his health picture changed. We were in the doctor's office every other month or every month, one for myself or my son. And now he only has to go in for well child visits. So it's pretty awesome to be able to take my health into my own hands and really realize that what I put into my body really matters. And this product certainly made a difference. So about 4 months into it, I realized that I was going to have to be on this product for life, because it made such a difference in my family's health. And so that's why I wanted to share it with people.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, Molly, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm here. I'm so thankful for your story, Wendy, because your story leads to my story. So a couple of years ago, I was really struggling. I didn't even realize there was anything wrong with me. I thought I was a pretty good eater, and I grew all my own vegetables, and I was stay at home. So I had all the time in the world to meal prep and do stuff like that. But I had a picky eater, and both my kids really were picky eaters. And my daughter, especially since she was born, really struggled with allergies, eczema, and a whole host of things. And I would take her into the doctor to try to, figure out what was wrong with her skin, or get an answer for something, or, because she would get compromised lungs in the winter and catch just about everything because of her asthma. And so, but every time we would go to the doctor, they'd just have some other medication they'd throw at us. And finally we came out of the pharmacy with a whole shoe box full of medication. And it did not sit well with me. I thought, how could we go on like this? Is this going to be our health picture forever? I'm just going to have the allergy kid that's scratchy, and oh my gosh. Anyway, and I was so frustrated, and that is like exactly when Wendy shared Juice Plus with me. And she, I didn't understand the power of fruits and vegetables in a capsule. But I was willing to try anything at that point. And so I signed up for the Children's Health Study, and I was actually really excited that, because Sierra was so picky, she wouldn't even eat a children's like vitamin gummy or anything. She wouldn't eat the gummies, but because they're fruits and vegetables in a capsule, kids can eat those. And she literally would swallow a capsule. So I was happy about that. So I could get all this nutrition in her. But in the meantime of helping her get well, and she had a whole host of things going on in her body, we committed to this, and in doing that, all of a sudden I started healing. I was recognizing things. I had adult onset allergies and some gut issues and things going on. I just thought that was part of getting older and being tired, kind of needing that cup of coffee in the afternoon. I was sort of a coffeeholic. I would drink coffee pretty much like all day, probably a pot of coffee to stay awake. Things like that I just thought were normal. And they actually weren't. And I started to recognize that I thought I was this like healthy eater, but I realized that I had a huge gap to bridge, and Juice Plus was doing that for me and helping me recognize that and healing. And then in my healing, I started getting really excited about it, even more committed to taking it every day, or sometimes doubling it up. And then really through all of that, got to see Sierra get off all of those medications. And now we rarely go to the doctor. We didn't even go to the doctor this year. I think she went to the doctor this year for a sliver in her foot. That was it. So it's a completely different picture. My whole health picture turned around, and I'm so thankful for that day that Wendy Juice Plus with me and invited me to an event so I could hear April teach about it, because it's given me power as a mom back, and also peace of mind that I know that my family's getting the right stuff every single day. So thank you both for helping me with that.
Oh, thank you, Molly. I love your story. It's so fun to see that huge transformation in Sierra too. It's amazing. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and hopefully this will let me click to the next slide. There we go. I just want to invite you guys to our Healthy Living community. So we love to just give education. So we have this incredible website called thehealthylivingrevolution.com. And on this website, there's free cookbooks, there's a free kids program. We have a free Facebook group. You can ask the person who invited you tonight to be added to that. There's more recipes on there and ideas. We have a live and online education series that's absolutely phenomenal. And there's even a home fitness series. So this is an incredible gift, just a free gift. Visit healthylivingrevolution.com. And then we have some amazing upcoming events. Like I talked about, the webinar series. This is an incredible family practice doctor, Dr. Valerie Miles. And this is live currently on our Healthy Living Revolution website. And it's really just a great education about family health and starting kids strong. And again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy lives. You know, some of you may be inspired to eat some more fruits and vegetables, and that is great. Some of you might want to make that one simple change and add Juice Plus to your diet and jumpstart your health with the Shred 10. For less than a cup of coffee, that's the cost of a cup of coffee, you can get over 30 plants in your diet every single day. Maybe you've been sitting here thinking about how you can share this information with your friend, family, you know, loved ones. And we would love to tell you more about how we do that and some of the options that you might have. So please get back with the person who invited you to learn more about anything that we discussed. We are so happy to help, and thank you so much for spending this time with us. We really just appreciate your time and hope everyone has a great night. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and see if I can stop record here. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you, April.
Bye, dear.
Bye.